Good morning, kings and queens. This is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. And on this program, we're going to discuss African spirituality. We are going to discuss a walk with God, a journey. And in this journey, we're going to reach our highest height with God, and we're going to overcome oppression and build wealth for our future. And on our African spirituality journey, see, this is different than religion. You're not bound by laws. You're not bound under religious law. You are you. You wear what you want to wear. Listen to the kind of clothes you want to listen to. You always have to live in honor, though. That's what you got to remember. You have to live in honor. Just like when you dress, would you wear that? Is that a respectable outfit? You know what's right, and you know your heart. See, I can look at your face, but God knows your heart. So on this journey, you decide what's right for you. You don't have no church over you telling you do this and you do that and you can't do that. No, you can't listen to that. You can't say that. You can't talk, you know what's right. No, you talk and live in honor, an honorable life. And you know what an honorable life is in God. Just how you act on Sunday, you act that way every day. You don't act that way just on Sunday on one day, Your Sunday best is every day. You represent God every day, not just on Sunday or Saturday. We're going to represent the Lord every day. We're going to conduct ourselves with royalty, just as if God, our King, was right there with us. So we are descendants of royalty, and we have to conduct ourselves as such. So I'm going to tell you something, I used to dress, when I was on the radio and stuff, I used to dress, with the long shrouded up and stuff and wrapped up and all that, barely any makeup, honey. Now I do my makeup, my hair, if I want to wear a pair of jeans, if I want to wear a dress, I will, I dress according to the way I want to dress, not according to no laws that somebody else say that I got to do. This is me and my walk with the Lord. Nobody else's. This ain't got nothing to do with the pastor, anniversary day. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's your own spiritual walk with God, and meditating to the Lord. Removing chaos, negativity, and drama out, and meditating to the positive. See, because no matter how somebody else act, you have to keep you in control, because you can only control you. You can't control what they say. You can't control what they do. You can't control how they act. You can't control what they gonna do tomorrow. All you can control is you, and worry about you and focus on you. Because see, when they go to cutting up and you look at them crazy, see, there you go. You can stop joining in with that chaos, negativity, and drama, because soon they say something crazy or do something crazy. You keep you in check. Stay in your lane. That's what I was told, for real. Stay in your lane and just keep you in check. Keep your eyes focused on God. I don't care chaos, negativity, and drama all around you. It's all in the Capitol building, all in the government right now. Chaos, negativity, and drama. We done been elevated to the world stage where everybody can look at us. But I'm tell you something. No matter what's going on right now, you keep your eyes on God. Because just like I told you, he don't have no access to nuclear codes. He all right. See, we ain't the only people that don't want to die. So they got him in check. You ain't got to worry about this. They going to watch him just like he a mental patient for the next 2 weeks, until they get him out of there and put him where he need to be. So you ain't got to worry about nothing. God is in control. See, I've been confirmed this by the ancestors, because see, I was worried too for a minute. I was very concerned. And so I took it to the Lord, and they arrested me a long time ago about Donald Trump, because that was one of the first things I asked. Well, what about what's going on? What about Donald Trump? What about this? We getting ready, what's getting ready to happen over here? They said Donald Trump is not our problem. We are. He isn't. He really isn't. See, this stuff was going on long before Donald Trump got in office. Stuff down in the inner city, how we going back and forth with one another. This long before he came along. This what he festered the problem, yes, but we have what done happened to us for 400 years, generation after generation. We've been going through every single generation and watched one of their brothers and sisters die on at the hands of police brutality, at the hands of racism. We all have witnessed it. Every single generation. But I'm tell you something. Even my grandbaby done witness a man getting killed on TV due to racism, due to hatred, police brutality. My grandbaby seen that. He only 7 years old. As much as I try to shield it and keep it from him, of course, the kids find out what's going on. I'm going to tell you something. It had got so bad one time because the stuff that's going on, with the police and everything, it's just all over the news. Cause look, you got to keep hearing about, here come something else didn't happen. It's one right after another, after another, after another, cause it just don't stop. And you get active about it, you get upset about it, and you talk about it and you discuss it. But one thing we got to do, we got to rest assure our children, cause look, all police ain't racist. All of them ain't racist. But we got to rest our children because we don't want our kids to be afraid, of the police. We don't want them to just, I'm telling you, we don't want them to be afraid. Like when something happened, like I almost got pulled over one time. I thought I was going to get pulled over and I saw the police back there flashing the lights. I said, well, I guess they're getting ready to pull me over. And I said that out of my mind. As soon as I said that, my grandbaby went to crying. He thought something was getting ready to happen, but just so happened the police kept on going and I was able to talk to him and comfort him. So we need to talk to our children and let them know, that it's going to be all right. Try to shield them as much as possible at the same time. Let them know we growing. We going to grow over this oppression. Greatness reached over oppression through with my grandbaby will sit outside the door and he will listen to me and he will listen to the podcast. He'll come tell me that was mom, that was great. You did good. He like it. I let him listen to it because I want to educate him, let him know what's going on in the world at the same time. Protect him as a child, because he's still a baby. And but let him know that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right for the future generation. I told him, you're going to see to the end of racism. You're going to see it's going to be the end. The grow is the end. It said greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's what it say, over oppression, not with oppression. We getting over oppression. So it's getting ready to be over with, It's going to be over with, I believe, before I leave. So it's going to be over with, people. There's some different things that's getting ready to happen. See, look here. The hate came home. The hate came to the Capitol building. Came right there. Never, ever would I ever have thought I see a Confederate flag flying through the Capitol building. That right there, that scene right there, I expected the news. But that, I didn't expect that. But anyway, they came right there and they brought the hate there. And so something getting ready to change. See, these groups, these Antifa, these QAnon, the KKK, the Proud Boys, they getting ready and they getting ready to be put out of business. See, because they took that hate to the lawmakers now. They took that hate to the people who really in charge. See, we've been oppressed under this hate for so long, and now some things getting ready to be done. See, some folks realize that last summer, when Black Lives Matter was standing out there protesting about how Africans are treated in this country, the police was there, in riot gear. But the other day, wasn't nobody out there. It ain't no shortage of police when an African gets pulled over. It's about 10 cars. Let an African get ready to be arrested. You ain't gonna find no shortage of police. But that day, when the hate came home to roost, wasn't no police around. They killed the police. They came in there out for blood. They were looking for the vice president. And I really shudder to think, had they found any lawmaker, because it don't make no difference. They were out for blood, whether they were Republican or Democrat. Come to find out, the police officer that they killed was a Trump supporter. So they were out for blood. It didn't matter. This was an attempted failed coup. And I'm gonna tell you something. And rest assured, the president, he good. They gonna watch him, honey. He gonna be watched like a hawk. He ain't gonna be able to do too much. I just don't see. You can't overthrow the government. You just can't do it. I just don't see how you gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen, because see, I'm gonna tell you something. In the end, God is in control. In the end, it's going to work out for Africans. We're going to rise with substance. We're going to overcome this oppression. We're going to grow and we're going to rise and we're going to build, and it's going to be Black Wall Street everywhere. I already got the vision. It's going to be Black Wall Street everywhere. We getting ready to start rebuilding and regrowing, and we're going to come up, out, over this oppression, not with it. We're going to come up, out, over this oppression in that order. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. Kings and queens, you're royalty. No one is superior to you and nothing defeats you. God bless you.